Hi everyone, welcome to my fourth daily edition. In this daily edition, I'll be talking about the rules of purchasing, and since I've only covered one rule so far, I've chosen another rule to cover and apply onto my business as like a solid basis. So this is comparing suppliers. So this is like one of the more important rules of purchasing, since it is like the underlying, thus it underlines which person we purchase our products from, which is the comparing of suppliers is still one of the most important rules of purchasing, because without the comparison of suppliers, we won't be able to know which one is better. So, in my opinion, there are like four main terms that I think that I need to consider when comparing suppliers. First is the long term, the short term, the benefits, and the price. So for the price generally is affected and like reasonable and influenced by the other three factors. Long term refers to how like I can use the supplier and make my business more profitable in the long term, while short term refers to the fact that I can just use this supplier as like maybe of like an emergency supply in like 3 months, etc. And for long term, I would want more of a benefit, for example, having more of like a decreased purchasing price because of low long-term relationships and shorter price. However, long term needs my business to conduct like thorough relationships with them. And if there's a better supplier, the long-term effect will not work out. This means that short-term suppliers will be better for my company in the short term, or when there's a better supplier, or maybe I can apply for short term, and if I feel that the supplier is good, I will test the supplier out in the long term, and if the supplier for my business is good, I will continue receiving the benefits with the lower price as part of the relationships and promotions by my supplier. So that is how I would compare suppliers, and that is why my business should choose, and the strategy that my business would choose to use its suppliers, which is testing out short term, then long term, and then using both of these values to see if the supplier is really worth it or not. So that is all for my De4. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Bye.